My name is Alexander Craddock, and on the 18th of January 2020, I became the African Continental Sprint Track Champion. How's it going, everybody? My name is Alexander Craddock, and yes, I am the African Continental Sprint Champion. It's pretty cool. I got a cool jersey I get to wear when I ride. There's only one problem: we can't ride the track because of the lockdown. So we flew out to Egypt on the 12th of January 2020 this year, and this is the team I went with. I met with them at Johannesburg's airport in South Africa, and we flew all the way to Cairo, Egypt. So we got to the hotel rooms and we all built our bikes, and this is my bike, my Argon 18 Electron Pro. She's a beauty. And then 2 days later, we only got to ride the track, which was on the 14th of January. And Egypt had recently just built a wooden track, as the Junior World Championships are going to be happening there this year, which I'm actually going to, if it happens, which I really hope does, because I want to get another one of these team shirts that I'm wearing, yeah. And last year I went to the UCI Junior Track Cycling World Championships. So I got my poster over here, and I got a shirt, and there's all my photos from it as well. That's another story for another day, guys. The first main event that we were doing there in Egypt was the team sprint, and the team consisted of myself, my mate James Swart, and my other mate Dion Jankotic. So here's us doing the team sprint. So you can see I'm third man, I'm the guy who rides last. And I came quite late down on the banking. I don't know why, but it was because I was riding a bigger gear than the other guys, so I was just trying to get the gear over a lot quicker. But we had already nearly lapped the Moroccan team we were versing, which is quite mad. And we actually had to come around the last rider. Well, they third rider, which is incredible. And then you can see James making the exchange there for me, and I'm powering it, man. And at this point, there's a headwind on the back straight, so it was a lot harder to push the power back on the back straight. But we came across the line and we took gold, and we became African Continental Team Sprint Champions. That was my first ever gold medal at like a international event. Oh yeah, it was mad. And the following day to that was the Keirin, and the Keirin rounds went pretty good. And so James and I actually made it to the Keirin final. So during that Keirin final, this is what happened. I got put into the front, and as soon as the bike pulled off, the Egyptians they were playing very strategically. They did really well. They were marking me the whole race due to us winning the team sprint, and because of the qualifier before, because I won my qualification round. So as you can see, the two Egyptians are in front of me and next to me, so they're kind of boxing me in. They're forcing me to come around the second Egyptian, and as soon as I try to go around, the guy in front just goes, okay? And I'm forced to just sprint hardcore, man. And you can see like everyone swings up the bank in there is because I swung down so hard on the other guy that he didn't expect it, and I was just and this was I didn't actually think I was going to catch him like that, but I just missed the gold, so I got silver for that one. And then it was the big day, match sprint day, 18th of January 2020, when I became African Continental Sprinting Champion. Man, this was such a cool day. So the qualifying rounds, I won all my qualifying rounds, and then there was 2 rounds in the match sprint, okay? So how a match sprint works is that it's a one rider versus another, so it's a 1v1, and it's out of 3. So if you win 2 rounds, you win, you win. Then you won. But if you win 1 round and the other guy wins another round, then there's a third round to decide who the winner is. It's kind of like rock paper scissors, but out of 3, you know. That morning I couldn't eat breakfast. I was just like, oh. I was so nervous, eh? So on the first round, I was was following. I wasn't on the front this time. So we just rolled off the line. I'm just trying to keep composed. And I was just like, I was just trying to keep composed. Because it's a real poker face kind of game, they say. So I rolled up the banking here. Well, I'm going to roll up the banking. So I rolled the banking here. And I decided I wanted to lead from the front. So I had to try to figure out a way to get past this guy, which is pretty easy because so a lot of people want to lead from the back, but I'm not that kind of rider that leads from the back. I go from the front. So you see when the guy's coming up the, yeah, so now we're starting to play a bit and just getting each other, but you can see how he's like pushing me up the banking here, and it's a good strategy, kind of like throwing the guy off the bike. But yeah, I kick here with 1.5 laps to go, and I commit, and I leave the little door open for him in case he wants to come on the left, but then I'm gonna close it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I close that door. He can't come now. He has to come all the way around me. But you see how he's trying to come around? I just kick into that second gear, and I just make sure he can't go anywhere. And then I take the first round. Man, I'm getting out of breath listening to this, man. This brings back like memories, man. Okay, the second round, I was leading this round, which is perfect because I wanted to. So we roll off the line again, nice and slow. Breathing, it was really important to breathe. So yeah, of course it's important to breathe, but it was just trying to keep like your heart rate down for now before you kick like really hard. So I roll up the banking and let's see if he follows me. Yes, he does, and he actually comes to the front now. So now he's compromised my plan to lead from the front, but I think of another plan straight away. I'll just stick close to his wheel, and he's pushed me high up the banking here. And he did something I never expected him to do. He went with 2.5 laps to go. So I'm forced to kick as hard as I can just to get onto his wheel because I'm running a bit of a bigger gear than he was. So, and I give him a little like 1 second gap because I don't want him to think that I'm getting on. But with 1 lap to go now, I kick as hard as I can, and I just sit on his wheel for the next 150 meters, and then with 100 meters to go here, I start coming around him and just coming around, and at this point, I cross the line, and I realized I became the African Continental Track sprint champion, man. I'm getting like goosebumps here, man. This was like that was the first time I ever stood on an international podium. African Continental Track champion, man. Man, I'm proud of myself. That was. So here's me on the podium, next to my boy James, who got 3rd. I was just so happy about it, man. I'm honestly just speechless now, just thinking about it. It was the best. It's the best thing that's happened to me in my cycling career. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and that is me, African Continental Sprint Champion, man. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like below, and if you want to see more videos from me, click that subscribe button. You don't have to, but you should. Like, it's a good idea. It's this color, and it says subscribe on it. Just click that one. And I'll see you guys tomorrow at 5 p.m. once again. Peace out, guys.